Hi there, you fellers and fell nuts. Welcome back to Buddy's Lawn. Today we're working on our filtration system for this 16 by 32 Intex pool. My pump took a dump right before we went on vacation, and so I ordered a new pump and a few more upgrades that I'll show you guys here in a little bit. We covered the pool up in hopes that that would keep it from going completely brown, completely green, I guess. And it's completely green. It didn't help. So what we're gonna do in this video is replace this pump. I'm gonna show you the upgrades that we've got, and we're gonna get the pool back clear. I'm gonna bring this whole area back and attach it back here. This electrical box is always in my way when I'm mowing, and I think it makes more sense to just have the pump and everything, pump, filter, everything right here. Also, the pump I bought, I got it from Vivor. It is, I think, like 5,500 gallons per hour pump. The old one is sitting over there. I think it's rated at 1,500 gallons per hour. So we got a lot more flow that we're going to be pushing through here, which is a good thing in my opinion. Right now I'm going to start the process of boxing this area in. I've only got about 45 minutes of daylight left. So we got two 4x4s. I'm going to cut them both to 4 foot long. So let me quit talking and start doing. Where's my triangle? Use my triangle, make sure that I get a square line. I bet I'm gonna get lots of haters in the comments for calling this thing a triangle. I know it's a square, it's a joke. So these will go here. These two will go back here, and then we'll put 2 more over there. So ideally I'd be lapping these joints on the ends, but I didn't have the patience to do that today. So I cut them off square right here, and instead of lapping them like this, I'm just gonna put some big old lag screws in, and that'll keep it from going anywhere. All right, all that's cut. So thinking about order of operations here, I guess I'm going to, let me screw these together like that, and those two together. So these are leftover screws from when I built this monstrosity. These are 5-inch, I think. I don't know if y'all can see that. 5-inch deck screws. So they'll penetrate down in these good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's good. And I think these are T27 because they are giant lag screws. All right, I gotta go get a T25 or T27 for this. So I'll see you guys in a minute. All right, it's a T30, not a T25, but I got it. It rained about an hour ago, so it's humid as hell out here. I'm sweating my nards off. And I'm not talking about the store in the Midwest. Tell you what, Milwaukee makes a good impact. There we go. So now go across the back, and before I put sand in here, I'm going to spray all that with glyphosate so that hopefully it'll die and not come up through there. Put this one on the bottom first. I'm going to be one lag bolt short. I might have another one in the garage hidden somewhere, hopefully. This thing's buried in there. Should have brought a hammer out here with me. There we go. 7. Alrighty, I'm gonna put screws down at the top, screwing that in, try and track down some more lags. This one doesn't fit. I think I got more lags in the garage. And am I gonna be one short of everything? Oh, I don't have any more big long screws, so we're gonna have to make a game plan for that as well, but not a big deal. All right, let me go track down some more screws, then we'll get this finished up. So I didn't have any screws, but I got some 60 penny nails. I'm gonna drive these puppies in. I've never tried to drive a nail this big, so hopefully I can get it to go in without just bending. Well, that one got bent. Still ain't going anywhere though. You should be driving those nails with one hit. Yeah, I know. It's a big freaking nail. This is a 22-ounce hammer, I believe. I don't know if you guys can see that size comparison. It's like half the length of the handle. It's a big freaking nail. I bet you Larry Holland couldn't drive those in one hit. So you guys see what we're going for here. Just a place to put all our pump and our filter and our saltwater system and all that crap that's near the electrical. Not right up against the pool because there wasn't really room for it there. And also makes it so this is not such a pain in the rear to mow around. Oh, I just got a box to go around. All right, so we're back working on the pool. So you see I got a new pump and a couple boxes here. I filled all this up with sand off camera because the weather's been not cooperating the last 2 days, and it was raining when I came out here to do this, and I just didn't want to get rainwater all over my everything. But it's full of sand. This is our new pump. It is either a 110 or a 220 pump. I've got it switched to 110 right now. I may go to 220 at some point, but not today. So in these boxes, let me show you what we got. This is a new filter and another new filter. I'm gonna run at least these 2 filters. I may throw that one on there too. I'm not sure. These are much bigger than that one. I think these 2 will be enough. The reason I'm doing that is no matter what I did with that pump, this one always said it had high pressure. And I think that's why that thing took a crap. That other pump took a crap prematurely. I think that it was just always high on pressure. So I'm running 2 of these, and I'm gonna run them in parallel, meaning I'll come off of here and then put a T on and run to both of these, and then run them back out and run them back together. I don't have a knife on me, so I used a rake. All right. Comes with instructions. So I think I'm gonna get these put together, and then I'll bring you guys back once everything's put together. So hopefully y'all can kind of see the vision now. This is the pump lid or whatever, valves I guess, and this will go on here once it's full of sand. Pump comes in here, comes up, tees off, goes in here, goes into this one, comes out, and then back into the pool. I'm hoping that by having two, both of these are rated at 45 gallons per minute, I think. Yeah, 45 gallons per minute. So it's 90 gallons a minute times 60 is what, 5,400 gallons an hour. I think this pump is rated at like 5,000 at 220 volts, probably somewhere around 3,000 at 120 would be my guess, or 110. These two should be able to keep up with that pump, no problem. I think next I need to pull this cover off so that we can figure out our skimmer and jet situation. I'm opening up the drains. I'm gonna let this drain out. I've got to get it low anyways because of the skimmer that's got to go in here. So I'm just gonna let it drain out until it runs out of water. Actually, I think there's a valve I can open over here maybe. Yep. Did you see that? Okay.
What?
Yeah.
You fell on your ass?
Yeah.
You had to get up?
Yeah. That cover is very slippery.
Okay?
Be aware. All right, so I've got the water here drained down enough. I'm gonna put it right here. Tried to grab my microphone like it was a marker. So what I'm gonna do, I've got the gasket. Let me make sure you guys can see that. Got the gasket and a permanent marker. I'm gonna put it up against this gray line at the top. So what I'll do is trace out this, and now I've got to cut this out. It's gonna be a little bit nerve-wracking, but I've seen other people do it, so I know I can do it too. Probably better with a fresh razor on here. That cut out, and then this, it's kind of got a slot in it, so it slides in here. And then the skimmer will go right here. So I'm going to get the plate that goes on here, make sure that I mark the holes that the screws go in, and then we'll put that on. I'm going to turn this off because it's sucking air now. And I got enough water out of here anyways. I'm gonna get this on with 1 or 2 screws coming through it. Just to kind of get the party started. All right, I got a couple of those started, so that'll stay there. I'm gonna go track down my screwdriver. It was in my pocket. Cool. So that's in there. I think this is much nicer than the other skimmer. The plan kind of, these two are gonna stay as returns. This is going to get mounted somewhere like this with zip ties. Then I'll run a piece of PVC across. I got adapters that'll tie this to PVC, so I'm going to run an adapter, elbow, PVC, elbow with a T in the middle, and then the T will go to the pump. So we'll have 2 just regular inlets, a skimmer feeding this thing so that it's nice and happy, and then out of here 2 of these, which like I said will go to that jet, put one in that corner, one directly across from the skimmer, and one in this corner, and that'll all be running PVC as well. So we get good circulation, and the jet will send the stuff on top across here. All right guys, it's the next day. We're back working on the whole intakes. So you can see I've got marked, this is where those new jets are gonna go. I've got one here, one over there, and one over there. And I'm gonna cut these out, and then we'll put the jets in. So the reason I've laid them out how I have is because you want your pool water to circulate. And when it gets picked back up, you want it to get picked up back up by your skimmer. So we've got the stock jet over there sitting above the water line that's pushing that way. I'm putting one down in that corner to be pushing back towards us right now. The one that we just cut out will be pushing straight across towards the skimmer. This one will be pushing out away from us, but I'm going to angle it a little bit towards the skimmer so that it doesn't push everything that's going in the skimmer beyond the skimmer. All right, fellers and fell nuts, so it's a day later. We're $1 shorter. I got fittings, right, Ollie? Didn't we get fittings for this, didn't we? Got a pile of fittings, and we're gonna get going on this. I think the plan is going to be, we'll go ahead and get all these fittings on, and then we'll start running our pipe. So I'm using Teflon tape at all my screw together fittings. Make sure we got a nice seal. The roosters are making sure that everybody's awake this morning. So I hope you guys are awake this morning. So I've got these 2 that are stock Intex fittings. This one and the other one. So Intex sells these adapters that are supposed to convert from their thread system to PVC. but it looks like I don't need one here. It looks like I can just run I guess this is a 2-inch PVC coupling on there, and it'll fit just fine. And we'll do the same thing on this one. I'm not going to use any pipe tape on this because I think I'm going to have to modify it. All right, one more, and that's going to the bottom of this skimmer. A little bit of Teflon tape. And then this goes in here. So next thing I'm going to do is work on pull to the pump. Here's the plan. We'll go from here and put a 90, come over here. Same thing, we'll 90 off that one, come over here, down, and then straight over into our pump. So let me go get some pipe and some glue, and we'll start working on that. So we'll go 90 here. It'll come over this way to a T, down, and into our filter. So let me think. I actually think I'm going to start here, come up this way. That way I know where I've got to get to with those. And then we'll dry fit everything before we glue it. 90 on that end. We're going to go to right there. Cut here. So this is schedule 20 PVC, 1.5 inches. I went 20 instead of 40 because it's roughly half the cost, and this is a low pressure system. It's high flow but low pressure, so I didn't see any need to waste money on going with schedule 40. Alright, so either I forgot to record or my storage is full. I'm not sure which one yet. But this is our intake side. Getting ready to work on the side that goes to the filter. So that'll go there. And these will go here. Now there's no sand in these yet. I still got to glue these pipes down inside of here. But this is just for purposes of mocking everything up. Alrighty, so I'm back from the store for the second time. My glue, which I didn't think I needed, was completely hardened, so I had to go back to the store and get some glue. So now the plan is, I've got the hose in here, trying to start getting this thing filled up, which means that I need to get all this stuff here glued up so that it doesn't leak anywhere. So that's what I'm going to do, because I can turn these to off, I believe. Let me turn this hose off real quick so that'll quit leaking out of there. All right, put the vacuum adapter on there. Hopefully that'll keep that from running. Doesn't look like it is. I somehow ended up with a 1 1/4 T90. I don't know how. Hopefully that doesn't mean that I have to go back. Those of you wondering, I did not make my goal of getting this done before noon. It's like 2 o'clock and I'm not done yet, as you guys can tell. Phone was full of videos, so I couldn't shoot anymore, and it always takes forever to get my videos off my phone. Glue those, fill them with sand. All right, I'm going to get the sand for the filters. Well guys, I lost the footage of me installing this pipe. But what I did was, I'll show you guys back here at the filter. You see this 1.5 inch pipe runs to these 2 jets over here, one right there and one over on that side, and then it runs over here to this one and to that one over there. So it comes out of the filters, goes down into our saltwater system, then up and into these 2 pipes. As you can see, the water moves pretty good, which is good for your chemical distribution, as well as making sure that stuff's actually going into the skimmer, which it is there's nothing, well, I mean, there's a little bit right here, but there's not really anything floating on the surface because it's all going around and it ended up in the skimmer. We do have spots on the ground, obviously, that still need to be cleaned up, but I'm very happy with how this turned out. And the pipes aren't perfectly level nor perfectly attached. As you guys can probably see, they're zip tied. But that's okay, because we're going to be building a deck around this, and when we build the deck, I'll use pipe hangers and hang the pipe from the deck. That way everything's nice and protected. So yeah, guys, I think this is 100% worth the money spent. It reduces my workload out here and cleaning the pool, and will save us money on chemicals and all that stuff. So I think it was worth it. The bottom of the pool still needs to be vacuumed, but you guys can see the water's clear now. I put 3 bags of shock in here and then some flocculant, got everything to sink, vacuumed up most of it. There's still stuff on the ground, obviously, but most of it got vacuumed up, and it's clear. It's good to swim in now. Chemicals are testing good, even though it still needs to be vacuumed on the bottom. It's safe to swim in, so that's really what we were after. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this content. I know it's a little different than what we normally do on the channel, but it's what I was working on. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the subscribe button and the like button, and we'll see you again next week.